Seen the movie The Covenant? It was an old. Anyone here ever seen the movie The Covenant? It was an old. Has anyone here ever seen the movie The Covenant? It was an old fancy. It was an old fancy horror movie with Stephen Strait, the guy who played War and Peace in Sky. I also had Sebastian Stan, the guy who played Bucky Barnes in the MCU movies. He was also in The Martian and Gossip Girl. If anyone remembers that show. If anyone remembers him from that show. It also had Toby, also had Chase Crawford, the dude who later went on to play the Deep in The Boys. It also starred Taylor Kitsch, guy who played Gambit in X-Men Origins Wolverine. And he also played John Carter at Battleship, Lone Survivor, and The Terminal List. It was directed, and it also starred Lloyd Ramsey, some dude from the Vampire Diaries, whose name I can't remember. Wendy Crewson, the teacher from the woman who played Alex's teacher in the first Final Destination movie, and then it also starred what's Kenneth Welsh, the old dude, the old guy from Miracle. He was also the vice president Day After Tomorrow. He was also it also had it also starred he was also I want to say he was in some old cheesy action movies. I can't think of which ones he was in, but then it also had the dude that played Hollis Mason in Watchmen. He was also the guy who played the Captain in 2012. It was Chris directed. It's a 2006 dark fantasy action horror. It starred it got pretty bad reviews. It didn't actually do very well when it came out. It's like a cult movie though. So yeah, and then it was directed, and it also starred yeah, and it featured the song More Human Than Human by Rob Zombie, the King Baby in Harlem version, and it also had it was it came out in 2006. Yeah, it came out, and it came out kind of in a tail doing a kind of Harry Potter craze, and it also had it was directed by Brendan Harlan, the guy who did Die Hard 2, The Long Kiss Goodnight, Cutfoot Island, Cliffhanger, Deep Blue Sea, that recent Strangers movie, if anybody saw that one, Strangers remake that I don't think a whole lot of people saw. He also did Skip Trace, and also starred, yeah, and it had